Alright, so this is going to be another movie review. This one's called Blue Thunder, 1983. I'm giving it 3 out of 5 stars. I thought it was alright. During the opening weekend, it ranked number 1 during open weekend, and it made more money than the previous number 1 opening, which was Flashdance, 1983. Roy Schneider is a helicopter dude from Vietnam. He keeps having combat shot type flashbacks of his Vietnam days, and he's got to watch that times his various moves like a stopwatch kind of thing, electronic stopwatch gadget on his wrist. He says he uses it to check his sanity, and so there are a couple peeping toms. They look at this butt naked actress through their helicopter. They work for the police department, and they use the helicopter to flash lights on criminals and things like that. But the younger sidekick dude, he's into using the government property to be a peeping tom on this actress, naked contortionist through the window. And so you get to see her do her contortion moves, but you have to also get to see her fake breasts as well. And he goes, "Ooh, look at that even tan! Wow." He thinks he's cool, looking at naked women through the police helicopter. And then they come back to the office. Warren Oates is their boss. This is Warren Oates' last movie, by the way. And he says they're grounded. Then Roy Schneider goes home to Candy Clark. It's not clear if he's married or he's shacking up with a single mom. But Candy Clark has this habit of driving the wrong way on a one-way street. When she misses the train ride for her son, and I get the feeling like it's Roy Schneider's stepson, because the kid calls him by his name Murphy instead of "Hey Dad" kind of thing, the way my son calls me, my own flesh and blood, my only son, my only kid. So that part was never really explained, but anyways, Roy Schneider, all of a sudden, he and his sidekick get this military equipped helicopter thing. Um, and as early as 1983, I guess the Southern California is violating or suspending the posse comitatus law, which makes it illegal for the armed forces to be used to uphold domestic laws. But nowadays, you see it routinely flouted with these tanks going down the street and whatnot, these armored vehicles that the police use. So Posse Comitatus is basically nothing now. Whatever it was in 1983 is gone. And I wasn't aware that it was being chipped away in 1983. That was kind of interesting, though. But it was a law signed by President Rutherford B. Hayes, the Posse Comitatus Act. And so Malcolm McDowell is kind of the test pilot for this Blue Thunder helicopter, heavily armed. Armored, heavily. It's got this machine gun that moves when you move your head, that kind of thing. And it looks like a 1983 video Atari game or something, where they get this VCR thing that records voices, and it's really cheap looking HP type computer. And anyways, by today's standards it looks pretty lame, but it must have looked pretty cool in 1983, like watching war games or something. Anyways, so they're using this militarized helicopter, the police force, because there's some kind of Olympics going on, and they want to use it for any riot that might break out, any terrorist act, that sort of thing. And I guess they're worried about the war on terror in the Middle East. Some blowback there in Southern California. So they hold this demonstration in so-called Pinkville in the Mojave Desert, and Malcolm McDowell is putting on this show. We're shooting up cars and buses and cardboard cutouts of terrorists colored red, but he manages to hit quite a few of the white civilian cardboard cutouts as well, which Roy Scheider is quick to point out. So these two guys are supposed to be in charge of this Blue Thunder helicopter, and Roy Scheider brags that he once flew a helicopter upside down, which is impossible, as Malcolm McDowell says. Malcolm McDowell is his old Vietnam war veteran companion who tried to get him court-martialed, but couldn't, according to Malcolm McDowell, because he had a piece of shrapnel inside of him. And so they've got this ongoing rivalry. Malcolm McDowell sabotages one of the helicopters when they're doing test run, and they crash land on this trailer thing, I think, if I can remember. Can't remember all the details in this movie, but they land on a construction site or something, and the helicopter turns over sideways. The people in Oates, California, they yank the door off, and the two guys are rescued. But Warren Oates is losing his patience with these two, because he keeps getting his arse chewed off. Anyways, they get on Blue Thunder, and they start testing it out. They notice that Malcolm McDowell is in a hurry to get out of there in his Corvette, so they rather than going back to the home base, they tail the guy. They pretend to have technical difficulties with the audio connection to the home base, and they get a recording of a meeting in a building with Malcolm McDowell and all these shady characters who are trying to stir up trouble in the barrio so that they can use this Blue Thunder thing on civilians, I guess. And so some kind of dirty, nefarious plan that Malcolm McDowell is up to. Don't ask me why they hired a guy with a British accent to play a U.S. military guy who now works for some kind of nefarious underground plot. Turns out that he was behind the murder of some urban violence government person, and all of it's caught on tape. So they take the tape back, but the sidekick ends up getting killed by the hitman who killed the or he arranged the killing of the government employee in charge of urban violence control or some stupid job. And so he puts the hit on the kid. He runs him over with his car, the one that didn't have any license plates on it. And he looks like a typical bad guy with the pockmarks on his face, too much acne when he was a teenager, that kind of thing, and mean-looking guy. So, fortunately, the kid hid the tape in a dumpster in some drive-in movie theater. They don't empty out the dumpster except for once every Monday or something. So Roy Scheider steals the Blue Thunder rather easily, I might add, and he calls up the local news station. He calls up Candy Clark, and he tells the news station that he's going to deliver a tape, an important tape, to a couple of news reporters who are out in the field. And Candy Clark goes to snatch the tape from the dumpster at the drive-in movie theater, and she's driving crazy as usual, going super fast, burning rubber, going the wrong way on one-way streets, and eluding cop chases, that sort of thing. She finally gets to the police station, but there's a hitman there waiting for her. He tries to grab the tape, but he ends up grabbing the VHS box. And the news reporter has the tape. Meanwhile, they send fighter jets, like these F-15 fighter jets. It's an F-15, I think. Yeah, F-15. I don't know much about military jets. My former coworker knew more about it. But they send F-15s after Roy Scheider. And they end up blowing up like this barbecue joint. They blow up a building like terrorists from 9/11 kind of thing. And Finally, they call off the fighter jets after the jets explode. Roy Snyder's able to shoot the wing, and one of them explodes, but the guy ejects. Um, so the fighter jets are called off, and Malcolm McDowell steals another armored helicopter, albeit a much more stripped down version of the Blue Thunder. And then they have this fight scene at the end between Malcolm McDowell and Roy Snyder. I like the explosions towards the end. I thought the end was pretty good in terms of action and mindless entertainment. And I like the police corruption, government corruption kind of theme that was going on. I didn't particularly care for the peeping Tomism. The guy was like getting his jollies off of using government property to spy on naked women or to listen on their sexual moans and stuff. That part was kind of creepy to me. I don't know if it creeped out other moviegoers during 1983, but anyways, I don't know. I thought it kind of played like a boring television movie during the first half of the movie, and a lot of plot holes not really explained what was going on with Roy Snyder and Candy Clark. But anyways, she's got this thing where she's showing off her lack of cleavage. This shirt that she's got unbuttoned really low, and that was kind of distracting a little bit. She's got the 1983 hairdo, of course, and that's about it. I don't have much else to say about this movie. I've got Reptilicator, Clone to Kill, 1994. So we'll see if that's any better than this one. And sorry, I've been real slow going through these, but man, craziness at the grocery stores. I stopped going to Trader Joe's, I think I told you. And then I'll forget to get cereal at the Safeway in Daly City, where I gotta wait in line for about 10 minutes or 15 minutes. And then I have to go to the local Safeway here in San Francisco to get my cereal, and they don't have any cornflakes, but I got most everything else. I got the Listerine gum therapy because all the dental offices are closed until mid-May. They're worried that deep cleaning and other elective services that involve aerosols and ultrasound or whatever they use for that is spreading the coronavirus around to their employees, according to the dental board here in California. And so that's not an option. But I am my coworker over in Oakland. He's gonna give me a buzz cut this afternoon. I'll give him $8. He's gonna do it. So I'm pretty proud of myself for getting that done. I'm not doing this hack job like some of these other guys on the internet trying to cut their own hair. No way, Jose. And what else? Oh, the idiots at the Federal Reserve took over the bond market. They nationalized the bond market, the money market, and I guess they're serving as collateral for all these investment grade bonds. What are they going to do when they have ownership of all these bankrupt companies that are going to pop up? The longer this shelter, lockdown, self-isolation goes on, it'll be interesting. But anyways, enough about coronavirus. I keep talking about coronavirus. I'm supposed to be doing movie reviews. It's just it's on everybody's mind. The stock market is crashing again. It's down to like 20,000, which isn't bad. I thought it would be much worse, but anyways, I talked to the old lady upstairs. Her daughter comes like once a week, on and off, kind of, and I guess to defray the cost of the caregiver for the lady upstairs after she dislocated her hip. But we were talking about it, and her daughter actually lost her job at Subway. Kind of felt sorry for her. Her daughter's kind of cute, actually. Looks more Asian than Swedish. But I never see her daughter anymore. I guess she's going to college and busy doing homework or something. But anyways, I saw a chubby Chinese gal. She had her big gut hanging out. When I was driving my son home, went back. I had to park on Irving Street because there's no parking in front of this house here. And I just saw the chubby Asian gal bouncing down the street with her big gut hanging out. And she had her lower back showing too. That was kind of interesting. She had the Asian glow kind of color to her very white skin. And man, she knew I was staring at her too. Too bad she didn't stop and give me her phone number. But such is life here in San Francisco. A lot of eye candy, but no real flirting opportunities here with the young and Chinese gals who are all over the place around here. So the old lady's daughter told me yesterday that I had suntan. I guess I've been getting out a lot more, which is good. I'm getting vitamin D3 from the sun, which is a good thing to prevent me from getting sick. In addition, I'm taking the multivitamin. I stopped eating the eggs from the chickens that eat bugs, but I am still drinking the vitamin D milk, the fortified milk. I finally got hemp milk at Whole Foods, which was kind of a surprise. And I got the Hawaiian Punch from Safeway, which was kind of surprising, but no cornflakes. That was a bummer. I had to get Cap'n Crunch peanut butter again, which is always in stock at Safeway, but still can't find any cornflakes. Guess you have to go super early in the morning or something. I don't know. But in any case, I'll start watching this Reptilicator Clone to Kill. I'll let you know how it goes later.